It's the Half Hour Wasted and Legion of Dudes podcasts. This is Jordan from Jersey with the Legion of Dudes, and this is what I followed the comics for August 25th through September 15th, 2010. Yeah, I'm way behind. Life is busy, school started back up, working, all that kind of stuff, so I apologize it's been this long, but I've got a whole bunch of comics, and let's get right to them. First off, we have The Amazing Spider-Man 641, the final part of One Moment in Time. Look, first off, the cover is awesome. That is a really cool cover. Decent ending to a very mediocre to poor miniseries. If this is the end of it, that'll be awesome. Let's not revisit the story, because it's only frustrating to people who didn't like the original. Then we have 642 and 643. It's going to be a whole, 4-part connecting cover, I believe. Origins of the Species, Part 1 and 2. Norman Osborn's illegitimate child with Lily, who was Menace, the kind of female goblin-looking character, is born and stolen by a whole bunch of supervillains, and then Peter kidnaps him back, and they're trying to get him back, and it's at least better than One Moment in Time. It's not great, but it's better, let's put it that way. Then we have Joe the Barbarian, issue 6 of 7. I continue to think this series is really cool. I like it more and more with every issue. I can't wait for the final chapter next week. In this issue, Joe kind of starts leading the battle of all of his toys versus death. So you've got Batman and Superman and Robin and some Transformers, Grimlock's there, and ninjas and all that kind of stuff versus zombies and this guy called Death, and it ends in a very cool way, so I'm interested in seeing where they finish that up. Then we have Choker, issue 4 of 6. This is a series that took me a bit to get into it, kind of like Joe the Barbarian. I'm liking it more and more each issue, though. The art is fun, the story is fun, and if you are an adult who likes vampires and all that kind of stuff, this is definitely not a comic for kids. You should probably check out Choker. It's interesting. If you're not a Templesmith fan, if that kind of stuff just doesn't do anything for you, you're not going to like this. But if you like 30 Days a Night or anything else he's worked on, you'll probably like this pretty much. Then we have Kevin Smith's Green Hornet, issue 7 of 10, and the annual. 7 is very good. We're reaching almost the conclusion. We're kind of getting into the final act of the movie, the final fight, so that's really cool. The annual, I picked it up just because, hey, I figured also, at least based on ratings of Kevin Smith, doesn't seem like it was. I didn't enjoy it quite as much. The art wasn't really great. The story was trite and very formulaic and stuff I've read before. At least this one is entertaining me. 7 here. Annual wasn't. So you can skip the annual, but I definitely suggest 7 and the whole rest of the series. Before we get on to the rest of the comics, don't forget to check out hhwlod.com. That's hhwlod.com. We just finished up The Dark Knight Returns. That was a really cool series for the Legion of Dudes to do. Had a lot of fun with that one. We also just started up the Walking Dead TV podcast. You can find that at walkingdeadtv.com or at hhwlod.com. It'll be right there on the left. You can click the link. Episode 1 is up on iTunes now, so check it out. Episode 2 will be up soon. You're going to want to check out forumforgeeks.com. That's the collective forum for all of our podcasts, as well as a whole bunch of other podcasts, including 2 other Walking Dead podcasts. We've started the Walking Dead Podcast Network. So if you want to know anything about the Walking Dead TV show, or about any podcast about the Walking Dead TV show, you come to one place, forumforgeeks.com. Check out the Walking Dead Podcast Network, and get all your information and discussion in right there. So check those both out, and let's get back to the comics. Deadpool 27 has a kind of crossover with the Secret Avengers, a series I'm enjoying. I wouldn't really fully call it a crossover. They're in there. I don't think if you're just reading Secret Avengers and have no interest in Deadpool that this is really necessary. I don't think he's joining the team, because he's already joining X-Force, and yeah, I know Wolverine and Spider-Man are both on a whole bunch of teams, but I don't think they're doing quite the same thing with Deadpool here, as far as I can tell. But fun issue, really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next one, and neat cover. Thanos Imperative, issue 4 of 6. Not my favorite of the series, but let's keep in mind that this series has had some really, really high points. Galactus anyone and all the other kind of stuff that was happening around him and the Cancer versus Galactus, but we are kind of in the middle of the story. We're just approaching the final fights. There's lots of awesome stuff going on. Still, like I said, not topping the awesomeness of issue 2 and 3, but I don't know if anything really could. But you never know, it's Abnett Landing. I'm sure they're going to pull something out in the end that just makes us all go, whoa, in our best Bill and Ted impersonation. So check out Thanos Imperative. Check out anything they're writing Cosmic Style. I don't know what's in store for the Cosmic Universe after this is done. I know there's a Groot and Rocket Raccoon mini-series, I think it is, like a 4-issue or something coming out after that. I'm definitely going to check that out. I hope Guardians of the Galaxy comes back, but if it doesn't, I will still be checking out Abnett Landing's Cosmic Universe because it's awesome. Cowboy Ninja Viking issue number 8. In this second arc of the series, Duncan, the Cowboy Ninja Viking, he goes to a evil therapist who, he didn't realize he was evil at the time, but he basically strips him of his alternate personalities. Well, he was still kind of able to hold on to Ninja. In this issue, he gets back Cowboy in a very fun sequence of events, and next issue will have him trying to bring back the personality of Viking underwater, interestingly enough. The whole arc, the second arc, I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot easier to follow than the first one, which was very convoluted. This one started kind of convoluted, but it's becoming more and more easy to follow, and I really like the twist they're putting onto it of what happens when a person with multiple personalities loses those personalities, what happens to the brain, and also the setting they're going to be checking out next issue as introduced in the end of this one. It's kind of interesting, so check out Cowboy Ninja Viking. Also, this is a mature comic for adults, but if you are one of those, like myself, you're going to want to check this one out. Then we have Secret Warriors issue number 19. This is the end of a 3-issue arc that focused on several different time frames, including Steve Rogers visiting the Howling Commandos as they had a kind of reunion dinner, as well as Dum Dum Dugan and a couple others testifying in front of the UN, and the flashback story of what they're testifying about, which is when a group of the Secret Warriors and Howling Commandos attacked a base in China, and how that went wrong. In this conclusion, I really like what they did. The first 2 issues, they're kind of jumping back and forth. It didn't make a whole lot of sense of what they were trying to do. And granted, there could have been things I just missed in reading it, but the way they tie everything together at the end of this issue, really cool. Check out, even if you're not reading Secret Warriors, I suggest you do, but I think you could read 17, 18, and 19 in seclusion without being too confused, and it really is a cool story about heroes and being willing to give up your life for your country, that kind of stuff, as well as a kind of surprising twist. I didn't realize what had happened to Dum Dum and everyone else before they went to the UN. Maybe, like I said, maybe I missed it in the first issue in 17, but what's kind of revealed about what happened to them, very surprising and very interesting to see where they go in issue 20 and beyond. So check out Secret Warriors. And finally, an issue I wasn't originally going to pick up just because, you know, as always, short on money and don't want to be spending too much on comics, but Taskmaster, issue 1 of 4. I picked this one up. Taskmaster was a big character for at least most of Avengers the Initiative. I don't remember if he was right there in the beginning when I started reading, but he was definitely a big character for a lot of it, especially once Dark Reign started up. Very cool character, lots of fun stuff here. I like what Van Lente did with him here. He's on the run. I kind of missed what happened between the end of Dark Reign and Avengers the Initiative, and this issue he showed up in one of those kind of new Marvel Heroes titles, or Marvel Age, or whatever it's called, where it's kind of just covers everything. Not really interested in it because I don't care about everything. I just care about certain characters. I do care about this character. Very cool. Here he's basically had a hit put out on him by the supervillains who think he's working with the good guys, and everyone is out to kill him in this issue. It's chaotic, it's funny, there's lots of cool new and old factions of bad guys who are out to get Taskmaster. If you enjoyed this character in any capacity, whether that was in Siege, in Avengers the Initiative, I think he showed up a little bit in Dark Avengers, or if you just like this character from the old days, back when he was fighting Captain America, check it out. And, you know, if you can get it now, it's probably at least discounted a little bit because it's been out for a few weeks. But it was a fun, very fun issue, so I'm going to check it out for the rest of the 4 issues. So that's all the comics I read for the last 4 weeks. Hopefully next week it won't be this late and we'll not fall this far behind, but like I said, life is very busy, so you never know. I'm not done doing videos. I'm going to keep doing videos, but it might be a little bit more sporadic when school's going on. Anyway, have a good week. Check out Half Hour Wasted. Check out Legion of Dudes. Check out Walking Dead TV Podcast and the Walking Dead Podcast Network, all at forumforgeeks.com and at hhwlod.com and at walkingdeadtv.com. Follow me on Twitter. I've actually been Twittering a little bit more now that I'm back at school. Jordan FRM Jersey. That's Jordan, the letter F, the letter R, the letter M, because I can't fit the whole name in there. Jersey. And subscribe. Have a good week. Enjoy life. And other bits of sage advice. See ya. It's the Half Hour Wasted and Legion of Dudes podcasts.